I just want to let you guys know I just listened to John Pascal's press conference today, and I listened to Dante's Boxing Nation. If you guys get a chance, you guys may want to listen to that. It'll probably be the best content you probably heard all day. But John Pascal uh, conf- acknowledged what's been the undercurrent of Sergey Kovalev for some time. I actually didn't go to the Muhammadi fight because I was boycotting it because I indeed believe that Sergey Kovalev is a racist. Um, and I recently interviewed Kovalev, but I only had 3 or 4 minutes, and I was going to delve into that topic, but I couldn't go right into it because I would have lost him as an interviewee. So I was trying to build him up, and then the interview was cut short because it was in between fights at the top rank event last weekend in Vegas. But um, I couldn't agree with John Pascal more. I actually love the fact that he brought it up in an arena like this, as opposed to going to social media and it can be misconstrued or cut and paste and to make it seem like John Pascal is playing the black card. But when indeed I have no doubt that Sergey Kovalev has malice in his heart, hate in his heart, and for I would say black people. Politically correct term would be African American, but uh, I haven't been a fan of Kovalev for some time. And do I root for him to lose? Yeah, but he's so damn good that it's challenging to it'll be challenging for him to lose. But getting back on to Sergey Kovalev, I don't care who you are, what you do. You know what racism is and forms of racism is. He pleaded ignorance when he and his son posed for that picture, and you want to know it was so much malice behind it because he had the shirt made for his son. You can't buy that shirt off of a rack, so it was planned. Um, um, he went out and bought the shirt in sizes that he and his son can wear, and it was just horrendous when I saw it. So, am I gonna root for Pascal in this fight? Absolutely. Do I believe he can win? Absolutely not. Uh, but but I absolutely praise John Pascal because now, if media is smart and they want a leg work, this is a great with Black Lives Matter stuff going on in Chicago with the cop. You got police brutalizing black kids all across America. If you tag this to your story, you get a lot of legwork. So if you're Fight Hype, if you're ES News, if you're Dante's Boxing Nation, if you're me, if you're um, the biggest newspaper in Quebec, you run with this story because it's going to get a lot of legwork and a lot of print. And there's nothing like the truth. The truth sounds awkward. So um, if you're genuinely rooting against Kovalev in this fight, you got to wear him down with press and pressure and not answering questions about the fight, but actually answering questions. Are you a racist? And there's some hate in him. If you scroll down to the week before that fight, I actually said I wasn't gonna go to Vegas and support him. I knew he was gonna beat Muhammadi, and I wanted to go to the press conference to ask him these questions, but I just wouldn't. I just wasn't into giving this guy a weekend of my life, so I chose to stay home. And there was another fight on that day. I didn't even cover the fight, but I did a post fight interview. I mean press conference because I had to do. You still have to do your job, but. Um, Let me know what you guys think. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think it's a few months too late, and the major white news medias is not going to cover it, but I will. And I'm actually excited that now it's going to be broadcast in a macro level, and he's gonna get the ridicule that he rightfully deserves. Uh, Months back when he posted that picture of he and his son making fun of Adonis Stevenson. So Barbershop Conversations, appreciate you guys' support. And if you guys get a chance, go to Hoop Jab. Hoop Jabs has the audio of that. It's HOOPJAB if you guys don't subscribe to that channel. And they have the audio of that. Or you go to Dante's Boxing Nation and you can hear Dante's commentary. It's part one, but I'm actually can't wait to hear part two because it was eloquent when he spoke of the hatred and the malice that Pascal actually has in his heart for black people. And kudos to John Pascal because it's so easy to just tread water over this subject. And I know some of you guys may say Freddie Roach is his trainer now, correct? And Freddie Roach called Ellie if I'm not mistaken, a fucking Jew. So it may be calling the kettle black because John Pascal went after John David Jackson. But, you know, a racist is a racist no matter the race, creed, or color. But in this instance, it's more glaring. Wrong is wrong. I get there's no big I's and little T's. So I get where you guys are probably going to be like, well, what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. But when the primary variable is facing the primary variable, the wrong is still equal, but it's not as magnified as it can be when the primary variable is facing the primary variable versus the secondary variable having this issue. So uh, it's kind of like I give an apples and oranges example. If my child gets shot and killed by police, it's a big ordeal in my household. If President Obama's daughter gets killed by a police officer, it's a crisis. It's a worldly issue. So that's what I want to make in terms of Kovalev, excuse me, Pascal attacking uh, Kovalev. In that instance, it was trainer versus news reporter, which is a secondary variable. If Pacquiao had did it to Brandon Rios back then in that fight, then it would have been an issue. But so if you guys understand where I'm coming from with that, I'm not diffusing what Freddie Roach said or comparing or contrasting the actual act. I'm comparing the platform that Pascal has versus ES News or versus a Freddie Roach. Pascal and Kovalev has a bigger platform, so it's going to reach a broader audience. So getting back to the subject. So let me know what you guys think. I stand firm on knowing, or not knowing, but believing that Kovalev is a racist. Watch the interview I did on him. It's somewhere down in the channel. And I was trying to get to it because my last question was, where do you get your meanness from? Barbershop Conversations. Appreciate you guys' support. And I look forward to bringing you guys tons more boxing content. Appreciate you guys.